Phil here with the Shadow Chasers, and we're reviewing another piece of technology that we've acquired and have been testing over the past few months. We're toying with the idea that for an economical price you can pick up dash cams that are traditionally for your car that run off the internal batteries, and they naturally have built-in infrared illuminators so they allegedly can see at night. Well, we decided to try this out. For like 30 bucks or less, you can pick up a dash cam with the built-in illuminators. So we tried and decided to try out a dual dash cam. It turned out to be a little bit smaller than we were expecting. The complete size of this is about 1.5 inches by 2 inches wide at its widest. What had us intrigued was the fact that you have cameras that you can pivot in full 180 in any direction. So we decided to try this little bugger out. Comes with a little tiny LCD screen. I don't know if we have power to this thing. The native resolution for this is less than 240. It's like 120 if it's lucky. It does a split cam mode, so you can actually see in two directions at once and record in those two directions. However, you're limited to recording like this. If you flip over, which would feel natural if you were setting it down or like looking in any direction, the camera is actually upside down. We've tried flipping it, we've tried it in each direction. It does run off a USB, and it is supposed to have an internal battery. We have seen this run for maybe 3 minutes on its internal battery before it shuts off. It records, but these illuminators are so poor that they cannot see anything even with an additional illuminator in the room. So while this seems like a novel idea, this is clearly a chintzy, cheap piece of technology that even at 20 bucks or less is not worth it. And even with modifications to this and some adapters and some other things that we employ with, it really doesn't work at all. It is junk. So the idea of using dash cams or car dashboard cameras to record for paranormal investigations, the cheap end ones, we're going to have to say, are a very, very bad idea and definitely not worth it, simply because low resolution video does not give you anything. Motion detection allegedly on this thing does not work. The illuminators do not work. The idea of infrared does not work. The internal battery on this thing is less than a minute before it shuts off, even if it's been charging all day. There is no on-off. Even though the on-off is here, it does not turn on or off unless there's power to it, and then it only stays on while there's power to it. There are menus where you can change from video to photo mode and do panoramic shots and stuff like that, but again, those don't work. This is a cheap piece of technology, and the dash cam idea is well and dead. Again, maybe the higher end dash cams might perform a little bit better, but you'd still be looking at something this small. Our original idea with this was to mount two, one facing this direction with the cameras pointing out, and then the other one on top facing cameras out. However, with the limitations and flaws of this device, that is not possible, and it sits comfortably in its box.